Being a vegetarian in Indonesia, well, I eat egg. When I came back to India from Indonesia, I missed nasi goreng, noodle soup and coconut water with sugar syrup from Indonesia because they became my favorite, especially nasi goreng, which is my go-to dish in Indonesia, so was my comfort food. Hello people, this is me Pragya Sharma exploring new ways of living, and I am here to share my food journey experience in Indonesia. To be honest, it was a struggle at the beginning to find vegetarian food or something only with egg and no meat, and I am happy to say that the Indonesia gave me the comfort food of my choice. So you check out what all I ate in Indonesia. In Jakarta, I got to try two local go-to Indonesian dishes, and to be honest, looking at this kind of scene, I was a bit scared and confused at the same time. Firstly, I didn't understand the language of what was written in this street food market and realized that okay, here I would require translator app. Before I move further, one thing I want to make it clear that maybe I did not like some of the dishes. That doesn't mean they were bad, it's just that food is subjective. I am no one to judge any local food. First, after roaming here and there, I finally found a local food place with an English menu and I ordered mee goreng, which is an Indonesian stir-fried noodles and not crispy. It took me time to make them understand no meat, no egg, only noodles, and finally they got my point, and here comes my order. No, I did not like it. The oil was very different to me and the noodles tasted oily. In fact, I did not like these fries also because of the oil. It wasn't spicy and the sauce taste was unique for me, not in a good way, so this was a flop trial for me. Next comes my best food on this trip called nasi goreng, which is fried rice and served with egg or meat. Mainly you have these two options, but you have the options to say no to both also. I tried egg version of nasi goreng at my hostel's restaurant in Jakarta, and when the chef told me that this is one of the go-to dishes of Indonesia and I can get it anywhere in the cafes and street, I was very happy because I loved it. Firstly, the presentation too good and taste very good. The rice was not like a typical Indian rice. It was small, thick and slightly very slightly sticky. Flavorful and yum, thus became my go-to dish as well. Presenting you next from a new city, Yogyakarta, a local dish called fried vetu, an authentic local restaurant in the city called Dapur LNC Food. Please do not go with the pronunciation. I'm 100% sure मैंने इसका गलती नाम बोला है. Go with the spelling. Now what is this? An Indonesian style stir-fried flat rice noodles cooked in a different oil with varieties of sauces. This comes in a vegetarian and non-vegetarian form. I ordered a vegetarian version. The best part of this cafe was I could see the process of preparing this dish, and the chef was open to hearing my instructions. If I did not want something to add because I had no idea what the hell I ordered. My order looked very tempting to me. The noodles were mixed with fried tofu and chunks of soybean cake. I tried tofu in India 1-2 times and I did not like it, but here I did like it to an extent, but not much. Overall, I loved the flavors, mildly spicy, soybean cake was very good and the noodles were fresh and tasty. It was a good try. Next, one of the exploring days, this coconut water caught my attention, and in that weather, it was a need. I saw many people were trying it from here and there. Even I ordered one, and this is not a regular simple coconut water. I did not buy the raw coconut, but what locals were trying, I was tempted to give it a try. This is a pure coconut water with some brown sugar syrup and flesh of the coconut added, and the combination was just amazing. No other fancy word, just amazing, and again a good try. Next, I went to a bakery called Via Via Artisan Bakery in Jogja, and I never thought of trying a dragon fruit bun. Maybe it's not very new to find in a fancy cafe or a bakery, but that was unique for me. I bought two hot selling items. One is banana cake and the second one is raisin walnut cookie, and the third item dragon fruit out of curiosity. On my way to Malang on the train, firstly I tried a raisin walnut cookie, which was very crunchy, fresh and not very sweet at all. Just the way I like and I wanted. I could actually feel that okay, this is of very high quality, and then I tried banana cake, which turned out to be good, very soft, fresh and again perfectly sweet. And I saved the best for the last, but it turned out to be a flop try. Firstly, I was impressed by the shape, very cute, but was very dry in taste. It gave me a slight taste of the fruit, but not sweet at all. The best was raisin walnut cookie. I started my Malang food journey with another flop trial of a very local snack called fried tofu stuffed with noodles. I have literally swallowed it at one point. It had no taste at all. Oh my goodness. Firstly, it was cold. The tofu was hard and stuffed with plain cold noodles. No salt, no spices. There was an option to add some sauces, but I wasn't sure of the material and the non-veg part. This one thing I guess I cannot think of trying again. And now comes the fine try in Malang at the cafe called Cafe Mars, where I tried steamed egg noodles and a hot chocolate. I noticed in Indonesia that there are typically two types of noodles eaten. One is fried noodles, and which I already tried and spoke about it at first, and second is steamed noodles like this. I liked steamed noodles, but the masala was not good to me. I was literally dreaming of our Indian Maggi masala to add it. By God, अगर होता ना तो डाल देती. The noodles were perfectly shaped and boiled, and egg on top of it was good. Masala could have been better for me, but this hot chocolate was very good in taste. After a hectic day ending in rainy weather, this hot chocolate was the hero at that time. Other food I tried in Java, which is one of the parts of Indonesia country, and now presenting the food journey to you all from the other side of country, which is more about beaches and clean islands. In Uluwatu, I went to this cafe called Padang Padang Sari, a cute open cafe with a homestay situated on the main road and near the famous Padang Padang beach. Very reasonable and a good cafe. I went there for breakfast and I ordered scrambled eggs with toast and a hot Milo, which complemented the rainy weather at that time. It's good that I decided to skip the fancy cafe, which was more visible from the Padang Padang beach, and decided to walk for a minute and entered this cafe. The food was good in taste and the hot Milo drink was the best. Actually, I replaced my regular milk tea with hot Milo and hot chocolate here in Indonesia because it was worth my pocket. My visit to this cafe was a good hit. And now look at this Italian cafe called Vida Loca in Uluwatu, within walking distance from the Suluban beach. What attracted me first was the exterior of the cafe, vibrant, colorful, with unique corners and combination. Even the washrooms was aesthetic in its own way. Since this was an Italian cafe and I was craving for pizza, I ordered my go-to pick margherita pizza. The quality was superb. The pizza was big in size, definitely too big for me. The perfectly sized corners, heavily used cheese topped with olive oil and black olives. After 2 slices खाने के बाद मुझे लगा कि cheese overloaded है. Personally, I like thin crust cheese pizza with basil on top. इसमें cheese कम होता तो best होता मेरे लिए. Otherwise, rest all good. Next, let me take you to the cafe in Gili Tea Island called Cayuse Cafe, which was suggested by my hostel manager, and this visit was amazing. The menu includes variety of coffee, drinks, vegan options, all-day breakfast, main course, sandwiches, pasta and more. बाहर रखे desserts भी काफी सही लग रहे थे. Weather बाहर के लिए सही हो रहा था. मैं बाहर बैठी and oh my, what a nice view of the crystal clear water. I tried here aglio olio pasta and my order was yum. I chose flat pasta mixed with tofu, soya bean cubes, tomatoes and olives served with green chili on top of it. I don't know why. I was very hungry and भूख में इतना tasteless खाना मिल जाए तो बस मजा ही आ गया. The spices were subtle and the pasta was flavorful. Later I ordered hot chocolate to drink and again it was yum, which was served with a cute bakery biscuit. Coming here was worth my time. यहाँ से निकलने के बाद आइलैंड एक्सप्लोर करते करते मैं आ गई टू दिस क्यूट ड्रिंक एंड चिल स्पॉट प्लेस कॉल्ड ऑलवेज हैप्पी आवर. The name, the decor and the place let me dive into this place. I was looking for a pocket-friendly, peaceful place to enjoy the sunset. Sunset तो नहीं देखा because of the weather condition, but I got to try the local beer of Indonesia called Bintang in lemon flavor. And it tasted so damn good. I'm not a fan of beer, but local brand था तो try करना था मुझे and lemon flavor था, so I was like, bring it on. अब मैं आपको बताने जा रही हूँ मेरी go-to dish in Indonesia, which I found at the end of my trip in this small eating place. कुछ fancy नहीं है, simple है, called noodle soup. I was seeing this in many menus. I don't know मैंने क्यों try नहीं किया, but यहाँ at this place called Warung Kiki Novi याद आया कि try करते हैं, तो मैंने order किया plain veg noodle soup. Very pocket friendly and for the very first time in Indonesia मैंने अपना meal completely finish किया. The noodles were absolute yum. Now check out my dinner dine-in place at Gili Tea called Ocean 2, where I tried pesto grilled sandwich and can I just say how yum it was, especially the place where I was in. कोई fancy place नहीं थी, but the view of the water was lit. Very limited menu with sufficient option to eat and drink and chill. Surprisingly, it was only sandwich was left from the option which I wanted to try. Otherwise, बाकी local food मैंने try कर ही लिए थे. And now look at my order. One pesto sandwich served with fries. The quality of the sandwich was good. It was soaked in butter in a good way, and this cheese was different in a good way. And in short, I was happy with my dinner here. Let me take you to the Nusa Penida, and I started my meal here with breakfast at Warung Nusa Penida. I like their open sitting area under the shade and very quiet, which was the best part for me. I ordered mushroom omelette and watermelon juice. It was on the spot, a good pick. The food taste was good. They had many options in their menu, including starters, small bites, pasta, local food, desserts, and a lot of options in the drink. In short, I had a good time here. Now I would highly recommend this cafe called Penida Silver Shine, because I ordered here Silver Shine smoothie bowl, and it was the best in taste, and in that weather it was an absolute yum, because वो इतना ज़्यादा refreshing था and filling bowl था. Firstly, the cafe was small and cozy and the staff was very friendly. The weather was very humid at that time and the staff recommended me to try one of their best-selling Silver Shine smoothie bowl. I was not expecting my order to be that good. The smoothie was a mix of banana, papaya, strawberries, dragon fruit, granola served in the coconut flake bowl. The smoothie was cold with ice added in it, perfectly thick. The quality was just amazing. Granules were crispy and tasty. I just love this place and this bowl. If you get a chance, do try this, and with this comes to an end of my culinary experience in Indonesia. My personal favorites were nasi goreng, coconut water, noodle soup, smoothie bowl, and the walnut raisin cookie I tried from the Via Bakery. One thing I missed was the satay, which is one of the traditional foods in Indonesia and comes in vegetable and meat form. If you guys get a chance to try, please do and let me know what did I miss. I hope you get to try some of the food options from my experience. If you have any questions or suggestions, do write to me in the comment section, or also you can reach out to me on my Instagram and thread handle called KauLocalGumoGlobal. Next video will be on the hostel details where I stayed in Indonesia, and some other details like best time, best weather, and some trips to travel solo in Indonesia. So stay tuned with this channel. This is me, Pragya Sharma, exploring new ways of living, signing off. You'll see me in my next release. Till then, travel safely, stay safe and explore the world with care. Bye. Salam.